captain, man. Just talk about that. How good it feels.
It's kind of it's a good story and look at it, but it's a team game, and having been here for 6 years, I've seen a lot of guys grow up with me, and a lot of guys just starting their journeys, and to be someone that this team respects and looks up to like that means the world to me. We've been bleeding, sweating, we've had tough times, we've had good times, but always coming in every day and playing for the man next to you, I think that's what's kind of putting me in that position, and that's what I'm going to continue to do, and that's what I'm going to bring out of everybody, and it is truly the greatest honor I've ever received.
Can you explain that a little more too? I mean, last year was one thing, but this year being teammates.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. So last year being the absolute bombshell that it was, and we're still dealing with a little bit with that. It was kind of a conclusion of the staff last year for captains, and while a great honor, it was a shift from what has been done historically. And this year we got back to what it has been done historically, and it was the player vote. And just being a guy that all these men trust and all these men look up to, and hopefully and taking that role and running with it and being the best version of myself in order to bring out the best in them, I mean, that's not only football, that's life.
Stuber called you the spiritual leader of the group. What does that mean exactly?
Stuber's an old head, I'm an older head. We go through it together every day, and even when we're not practicing, even if it's like an off day, like we're all together just talking to guys, really getting them to open up, feel comfortable together. And we're actually doing that with the young guys now. Like I've had the opportunity to have so many incoming classes, trying to just make them feel at home and really just bring out the best in them, know that we believe in them, and it's just they gotta believe in themselves. And I think that's where the spiritual thing comes in, like just knowing that you're loved here. Like you got to put in the work, you got to fight for everything you get, but you're loved and we believe in you, and you got to believe in yourself accordingly.
Where are you better than last year, Andrew?
Personally?
Yeah.
Personally, I feel stronger. With all this competition on the offensive line, the number one player I play against is myself, pushing myself every day, and that started in the weight room. That continue to learn the playbook, learn as much as I can, and I'm really excited to, however it shakes out, get on the field and get after some people with my brothers.
When did you feel healthy again after the end of last year? And I guess how tough was what you were going through last year?
Yeah, it was a little tough experience, just not being out there really. Gave everything I could to be out there with them, and then have that taken away with a little injury. Worked through it. Was ready to come back at the end of the year. Fortunately, didn't have those two COVID cancellations. But really going from that, the summer just all strengthen everything, bring the team together, and focus on our goals in the upcoming future. So definitely feel a little stronger than before.
When we talked to Jim a couple weeks ago, he talked persistently about the offensive line, even when kind of asked about things that weren't the offensive line, he interjected. How good do you feel like this group can be, or like where are you at as far as going into the season?
Yeah. Very confident in the O-line, and it's not just because of the talent, it's the depth. I think as a unit, we're very confident in multiple guys playing together, the trust, as well as the abilities and the knowledge of the scheme and how to attack it and how to go about your business. And, having that depth and the talent along with it, we're very excited to go out there and attack, and just know that whatever happens, you got someone you trust in the game.
With that from Keegan and some of the other young guys this camp.
Excuse me?
Keegan and some of the other young guys this camp, what have you seen from those guys?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's made great strides, even all the way down to the freshmen. Everyone's been making great strides, we've been pushing each other, and Keegan's been one of those guys that he's a brother, he's a trusted agent, and really moving forward, it's just what's their ceiling. That they can just keep grinding and grinding, and they're going to be hell of players. They're already great players. They're going to be hell of players.
What's your communication relationship like with Cade, and do you guys work a lot together even outside of practice?
Oh yeah, so every day before practice we do quarterback center exchange, snapping with the quarterbacks, and we all have a blast. Not just me and Cade, all the centers, all the quarterbacks. That's a great bond that we have starting there, and yeah, going outside, just staying together, working on the playbook, working together, building the bond. And the great thing about this team is I feel like that's happening across all positions. And historically, maybe guys wouldn't have gone cross those boundaries. And to see that and to see that love spreading through the team, it's a tremendous honor to be a part of.